स्वागतं कृष्णा शरणागतं कृष्णा स्वागतं कृष्णा शरणागतं कृष्णा मधुरापुरि सदना मृदुवदना मधुसूदन
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ओम तत्सत्। श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु। O Lord the Almighty, we offer our sincere prayers to seek your blessings, to seek your grace, your mercy, your love, your compassion, your strength and fortitude to make this supreme knowledge a living reality in our lives. Our salutations and gratitude to the entire Guru Parampara. Om Tat Sat. Okay, today we are on Discourse number 67, Monday the 22nd of June 2020, Sharvari Nam Samvatsar, Uttarayan, Grishma Ritu. Now we have entered the Ashad Mas. From Jyesht Mas, yesterday after the new moon, we have now entered into Ashad Mas. So it is now Shukla Paksha. We are going to move towards the new moon and Prathama, the first day of this 15-day journey. So now we are studying at depth about the nature of desire, the evil effects of desire, the strength, humongous strength of desire, how it can disrupt any person. And what everybody says, scriptures, psychologists, scholars, men of knowledge, they all say that this desire is something which will never keep you peaceful nor take you on the right path. When a human soul always looks for contentment, peace and happiness, at the same time the Lord has given us challenges with 5 strong senses and the beautiful world outside. So now the challenge for a jiva is, with these senses and the beautiful world, will he go out to seek pleasure and joy, or with the grace of the Lord, the Guru, the scriptures, he starts moving inside and seek that joy and happiness. The joy which is inside is that real source of joy. What is outside is just the side effect of this joy, which is not joy per se. It is just a diluted form of this joy. But all human souls don't get the opportunity to look inside. So only when you start studying such kind of scriptures, listening to them, understanding them, then somewhere there is a spark in your mind. Yes, I do agree. I have seen this desire, of course. What they are saying is right. If desire had some meaning, is it not that any object should give the same amount of happiness to everybody? It does not. Somebody who is addicted by liquor, you show him a bottle of Shivoy's Regal or Glenmark, whatever it is. So he'll feel so happy. He'll say, "My God, you're my best friend on this planet." But somebody who doesn't drink, he'll say, "What do I do with this?" Straight. It has got no relevance. So an object should give the same amount of happiness to everybody, and it doesn't. And same way, the second rule which we can talk is, any object should give us happiness at all times. It will not. A cup of coffee after you get up in the morning, fresh, then you say you look forward for that cup of coffee. But if I wake you up at 1 o'clock in the night and give you a cup of coffee, you'll say, "Are you nuts?" And thirdly, a desire for the same person at the same time why does it give different, at different levels, the amount of satisfaction changes? You like a rasgulla, okay, you had one, you had two, you had three, four, then I say, please, for my sake, take the fifth one. You'll say, no, I can't. Please, you'll fold your hands and say, please forgive me, otherwise I'll puke. So these objects of pleasure in the outer world, they have got no consistency at all. But on the other hand, whatever you see as joy in abundance, bliss in abundance, which is within you, your own self, that is something which is same to everybody. The experience is always the same, and it never increases or decreases. So desire is something which one has to understand the anatomy, the autobiography, whatever you call it, and then make a choice, take a decision for your own self. What is it that I'm doing? And he says this is the root cause for every disaster in everybody's life. Kama, moha, shoka. Moha shoka is there all across the Gita. And before moha comes kama. So this way, now the Lord explains. Now we were discussing on Saturday on another angle in terms of our sadhana. Let's visit that aspect. So for at the moment, we will keep the aspect of desire here. And if I go to the next verse, because what the next verse says is, where does this desire reside then? How do I understand this desire? So we will take that tomorrow. For today, as we discussed on Saturday, we'll go to the managing our negativities. Reason is, now when we're on the path of sadhana, we need to be completely at peace. Of course, all these challenges are still there, but giving a very different and very scientific approach. Let's see how we can make our lives more easier, more meaningful, more joyful. Okay. We learned something. It could be either a person or an object or a situation plus non-acceptance gives you a negative emotion. The second thing we understood, that's something, again, a person, object or a situation where you accept it, it becomes a positive emotion. Like when somebody has done something wrong to you, now if you don't accept it, it creates anger. But if you accept it, it becomes forgiveness. A great positive emotion in one's life. See, this is so very useful. If you adopt these principles, it will change your life. Not that they are very difficult, but what one needs to do is, one needs to take a resolve and needs to practice it. And a practice of every day will take you closer to your target. Now, we'll talk of the next level. A firm resolve, accept the unchangeable. Does this make sense? Accept the unchangeable. Very simple examples. Parents, Can you change them if you want to? No. Let's say your gender. You feel, no, I don't feel happy of being a man, I want to be a woman. Or if you're a woman, you say, I want to be a man. You can't. Accept it. You are born with a certain level of IQ and intelligence. You can only sharpen them a bit. And with the right techniques and the right methods, what you could do, you could make more effective use of it. Like in the future, we'll be discussing. The brain, we hardly use 3 or 5% of our brain capacity. So there, what are the techniques of how we can enhance the utilization of our brain? So likewise, you are born with a particular level of intelligence and IQ. Accept it. Somebody has cheated you, has done harm to you, has betrayed you. Accept it. It's now unchangeable. Why? It is already done. What is the next funda? Change the changeable. What you can change, change. Don't suffer over that. Now you are working somewhere. You're not happy with the job, nor the assignment, nor the company, nor the boss. You can opt for a change. Don't make your life miserable staying there. Change the changeable. You have got certain habits which are really not making you progress in life. Change. With the right attitude and perseverance, you can change your habits. And if you feel that the friends around you or the company with whom you keep is not that worthwhile, change. Because eventually, whatever the people you are around with affects you. They say you are nothing but a mixture of the 5 people you are associated in a day for the maximum amount of time. You will not know how subtly their emotions, their talk, their habits, they influence you. You would not know unless you pay attention. So change your lifestyle. Not having a very healthy lifestyle nor a meaningful lifestyle, work towards changing it. Your attitude, change. These are change the changeables. But what we do, we accept the changeable and we go to change the unchangeable. We just do the reverse. So once we get a fair idea of how all these things work, then what happens? A person starts, first and foremost, is thinking about it. And then he'll make a decision. And from that decision, he'll slowly move forward in putting it into action. So the first step is we need to understand where we are and take that proper decision. And the third one is remove yourself from the unacceptable. You are somewhere and temporarily, if you feel that situation is not right, or the person is not right, or the task is not right, you don't have to keep doing it. Hey, my calf was there. This is one of the very common statements we talk to ourselves, isn't it? My calf was there. Don't. You're watching a movie. If it's boring you and if it is not making sense, get up and go out. Why you have to be there? But what? Array, we had come here for the movie and we have paid so much and this and that. No, that is where you need to remove yourself from the unacceptable position. Once I was traveling from Bangalore to Mumbai. The flight was about 11 a.m. in the morning from Bangalore, and it was about an hour's time to reach the airport from the place where I was staying. So what I did, I said, let me start 1.5 hours before, so that I can check in 1 hour earlier. So there was totally 2.5 hours. I started at 8:30. I had booked a Ola and the car came on time. 8:30 sharp, I left my place. And as we are going, I see the time, instead of reducing on the Google map, it started increasing. I said, what's happening? And then I see this taxi driver, a new guy. He has taken a wrong route. See, now I have an half an hour cushion. It's of some uh, recluse to me, comfort. So, okay, then I said, then I took hold. I said, okay, now let's, I'll keep guiding you. You go accordingly. I don't know what map he had put or whatever it is. So then slowly we started building up. And then I see that fellow banged a car. So there was a fight for about 10 minutes there. And as we move forward, he hit a motorcycle guy. There again I lost 10 minutes. I said, now calculating the time, it was just 50 minutes before I could reach the airport. And from outside to go inside and reach the counter would be like bare minimum 5 minutes. So I said, we have no time to lose. I told the driver, you please sit aside, and I took charge of the wheel. Drove the car, made up by 3-4 minutes or so, that's all. And it was about 8-9 minutes before the counters closed. I was outside, and by the time I went, it was just a minute or two before the counters could close. So when you are in an unacceptable position, you have to think differently. Remove yourself from there. Sitting at the back, I said, it is not going to make sense leaving it to him. You have to change. So these are the basic things where, now why I'm mentioning all these practical methods is so that at least in the future we have some clarity of thought apart from whatever we are learning in the Gita and the scriptures as to how we should approach life and situations in life. Now, we spoke about moving towards the subconscious mind, taking help of the subconscious mind and using the powerful words of the Gita, how we can enrich our life. We were discussing on that. Now, before that, we will cover one major aspect is about anger. Why I'm saying this? Now you want to go to the subconscious mind, but your subconscious mind is already filled with so many issues about emotions of anger, emotions of jealousy, emotions of pride, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. All the 6 ripus, what we call the 6 biggest enemies of our life, they have already made their place in the subconscious mind. So to clean up is our first and foremost important task. If you are entering into a train or a car, first the people who are inside have to come out, isn't it? Then only you can enter. So now we have all these emotions, these thoughts, which we are harboring and we are breeding in our mind. Anger is something which is the most common feature in anybody's life. If you get angry, watch your mind. In how much time you can come back to normal? This is one of the greatest yardsticks one has to cultivate, and try to reduce it as much as possible. Earlier, if you are getting angry and you would be angry for 3 days or 4 days or 1 week, see that it gradually reduces. Into number of days you reduce, and then from hours, then you come back to the least possible time. And how much of havoc can anger create? See, like you are angry with somebody, and it is like you're saying, you taking poison and wanting the other person to die. How will it happen? It's not going to happen that way. First and foremost, you have already completely destroyed your peace of mind. Your entire breathing pattern goes for a toss. Your blood circulation changes its regular flow. Your nervous system gets tensed. How can you live peacefully with this? So this is one of the biggest enemies what we have. So that's the reason they say forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. You have to look at how you can get rid of anger. Now let's look at our mind. Mind is filled with one of the major aspects where you are angry and not so comfortable with so many things which have happened with so many people. So this is one of the filth which is there in the subconscious mind already. There was one experiment which was conducted. A teacher tells her students, what you all do is, whenever you feel angry or you get angry about somebody, you take a potato and put it in a bag. And you have to keep carrying the bag wherever you're going. You get angry again, take another potato, put it in the bag. And this bag has to be carried wherever you go. You go to the school, you carry it. You go to your bedroom, you carry it. You go to your dining table, you carry it. You go to the restroom, you carry it. Go on putting day after day, day after day, day after day. Eventually what happens? The bag is getting bigger and bigger, and slowly the potatoes start rotting. If this exercise is done on a physical level, you will know how much of filth and space it has created in your mind. Just because mind is subtle, these are all thoughts, emotions, perceptions we can't make out. And we are continuously living with them. Now, with these kind of things, now we have come on a noble path. We want to transform ourselves, reorganize ourselves, and move higher and higher in life. Perfect. But this is one thing which we need to get rid. How to get rid? One of the simplest methods would be, if you have a picture of that person, take that picture, look at that picture, tear that picture, and put it in the closet and flush it. One of the very basic things to start. If you don't have a picture, write the name of the person. Whatever you want to write about the person, write it on a piece of paper and tear it and flush it. But what would be the most tenable and deeper aspects to to get over this is forgiveness. You, from the bottom of your heart, whatever you can do and forgive that person. By forgiving him, you will be benefited more than that person. You need to work on this. It's not very easy, as said. You have to have really a strong heart. Mahatma Gandhi said this. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. See, there is a road is being made. You have seen many times, no, when roads are being made, then they put that jelly stones, that conker, what we call. And then on top of that, they start putting mud. And at one point of time, they asphalt it. Many a times we have seen, I think contractors don't get the payment. They don't come to finish the work. So here and there are small patches where you are literally walking on those pokey, big conker stones. As far as you have good pair of shoes, you can manage to walk on them. That's a very practical solution. There's so many big stones, but a good pair of shoes will take care of that road. Now imagine if a small stone enters your shoes, how much of wrath that stone will create? That small stone which is within your shoes now. Big stones outside are fine, but that one or two small stones, pebbles getting into your shoes, it creates so much of discomfort to you. In the same way, these thoughts of such high negative emotions, they will not allow you to be at peace. So this has to be really addressed very strongly. And for your own benefit, you have to forgive. See, when I'm saying this, I can understand. Initially, when I heard it for the first time, it was like, no, this is not done. This is not my cup of tea. But slowly you start thinking, what if all these thoughts of these people who have done all this to you is not there in your mind? You get so much of space. My God, so much of space, so much of peace, so much of serenity in your mind. At least for your own sake, you do this. I started this about 4 or 5 years back. And then there is another level to this. If you still want to, wherever you feel that there are some traces and some kind of impressions here and there, you pray for them, for their wellness and goodness. Since about 2.5, 3 years, I've been praying. First thing in the morning, pray for all the ones who have done wrong and harm to you. And as you do, it becomes your course of life. But this has to be done with that real emotion. Otherwise, it will not justify or nullify that emotion which is there within you. And recently, I discovered one more technique, which I would like to share. So on important days, I host a party. This is a visual party, virtual party, what we call, where all these people, are invited. Say if there are a dozen or uh, more than them, you invite all of them, and cordially they are all received very well, and you talk to them, you take care of them, and you give them some gifts and send them away. See what kind of peace sets in. If you are able to do this, and your sadhana, yesterday I was so happy to read all today morning the messages of what you all did yesterday. Marvelous. If this can be done more and more on a regular basis, these are the strengths which we will gain to adapt such practices. You need that external strength. Sant Eknath, he was bathing in the Narmada river in early morning once, about the sunrise time. As he comes out, one guy spits at him. So what he does, he goes back, he again takes his dubki, and he comes out. That fellow again spits at him. No reaction. Goes into the river, he is doing his nama japa. He is chanting the name of the Lord. Again goes back into the river, bathes, comes out. Like this it happened for about 25 times. This fellow is spitting, he's going, he's getting ready and coming out, and again he's spat. Then after he came out and finally this guy who was spitting on him, he gave up. So watcher by was very keen to understand what's happening. He asked this sant, what is this? That fellow is spitting again and again on you. He asked, who is he? He says, I don't know. Who is he? And I didn't see any reaction of yours. He says, why? I have come here to pray to the Lord. I am going to the temple. I have to take a bath in this holy river. Because of that person, I was able to take 25 sacred baths in the Narmada river. What I could probably be, I would have never had an opportunity to come again and again to this Narmada river. I have had 25 baths, more than what I could take for a lifetime. I am so thankful to that person. See, we cannot go to that level. But at least we can start somewhere. Whoever has done, for whatever reason they have done, just forgive them. And you get rid of all that muck which is in our own heads. And then we prepare for a great flight ahead. We need to clean the filth first. So you may rent a house, you may buy a house. When you buy that, then it is so filthy, By looking at that, will you give up? No, I don't want this house. What you will say? I'll clean it up. I'll do my interiors over here. I'll bring in the best of the artifacts. I'll decorate this with nice flower bouquets. It's all in your hands. Looking at the current state, never give up. Move forward. Yes, we can do. And this is one of the crucial aspects. Like same principles of like jealousy, your pride. For pride, you do some seva, where it will mellow down your pride. odd jobs, whatever is possible. Try to do, and that can be best possible in a temple or in an ashram or in a orphanage, vruddhashram. These kind of places, yes, there are opportunities. They're not for the sake of the others. Of course, others are in which case going to be benefited, but for your own benefit, if you go there and do something which can bring your pride down, you will become a transformed person. It's like cleaning the house which had all that muck and preparing it for a grandeur living. So having covered one of the aspects of anger, now we move forward to the subconscious mind. And how you all can do this kind of a cleansing, think over. And if you all have anything to discuss, you all can discuss on the group here or personally, whatever you are comfortable with. But get all this muck out. In that dirty place, whatever you still try to decorate, you do, but it is dirty. It is still going to be dirty. It is going to be beautifully dirty, that's all. And for getting into such, making such kind of firm resolves, what is important? See, the Vedas say, Sayat kamo bhavati tat katur bhavati, yat katur bhavati tat karma kurute, yat karma kurute tad binishad prapadyate. Meaning, if you have an intense desire, you will make a firm decision. When you make a firm decision, you will put in your best efforts. And that is how you will eventually become. Tadvinishad padyate. You will become on those lines what you have thought. So you, first and foremost is you have to have a desire, yes, I want to change. These are the greatest jewels or possessions what we can have in life. Qualities, what we say, not those external things. Anybody can have that. But these are saintly qualities, and only a yogi can have these qualities. And you should say, yes, I will try my best to become that. And everything starts with the first step. Okay, so now let's meditate. So a hearty congratulations to everybody for the excellent sadhana which happened yesterday. In fact, these are one of the rare eclipses which have happened now, where on a Sunday you have a solar eclipse, which is Ravivar. This is the day of the sun. And on a Monday, in this year we have had lunar eclipse. Monday is Somvar, which is the day of the moon. And when these two come one after the other, this is more than that in terms of what you do on that day. So that's the reason I was wanting to impress all of you to take up a sadhana, especially during the eclipse time yesterday. And I'm so glad you all did this. So now there is no looking back. Be firm, make that firm resolve, and clean the muck, fill it with the right things, and make life beautiful, serene, peaceful, happy, and worth living. So all of you be comfortable wherever you all are seated. Those seated on the floor, broaden your base. And those seated on the chair, ensure both your feet are firmly placed on the ground. Your back is not leaning. It's straight and erect. Head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Now we relax the entire body using this awareness principle, wherein you take your consciousness, that power of consciousness, to that part of the body, energize that part of the body, rejuvenate that part of the body, and relax that part of the body. So when I say a particular part, please ensure that you do it as I just now explained. Keep your eyes gently closed. Left leg relax. Start from your foot, your calf, your knee, your thigh, entire leg is relaxed. Right leg relax. Relax your waist. Relax your back and your upper body. Left hand relax. Right hand relax. Relax your fingers. your wrist, forearm, elbow, biceps, relax both your shoulders, left and right. Relax your neck. Relax your face and forehead. Gently expand your forehead. Now your entire body is relaxed. Run through the wave of consciousness from your head to the toe. Slowly visualize that blue wave of consciousness slowly coming down. And again coming back from your toes, back to your head. Now, focus on your breath. Keep breathing normally. Your tummy expands as you breathe in, contracts as you breathe out. Focus on that moment. At your navel. The prana shakti in motion. Keep breathing gently and softly. A perfect sync is happening between you and the cosmos. You're tuning in the frequency of the cosmos. Now slowly shift your focus from the navel to observing the breath at the tip of your nostrils. Your body is completely relaxed. Your mind is completely peaceful. Now, slowly become aware of your surroundings. You are listening to my voice. Focus your attention on the sounds around you without being judgmental. Just observe the sounds. Your mind is now a perfect companion with almost no thoughts. Completely under your control, listening and performing as you say. Now focus your mind on the mantra. You all know the meaning of Asatoma Sadgamaya. Visualize the meaning. Invoke the feelings and strength of the mantra within yourself. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityorma amritam gamaya. Your body is completely relaxed. Your mind is completely relaxed. Visualize the violet cosmic energy entering your body. Om Asato Ma Satgamaya. Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Keep breathing normally. Become aware of your mind. Become aware of your body. Become aware of the place where you are seated. And the surroundings. And slowly rub your palms. Place them on your eyes. And gently and peacefully open your eyes. So we conclude the session over here. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Our deepest gratitude and prayers, O Lord, and the Guru Parampara for having chosen us to impart this supreme knowledge. Please give us the strength and bless us with a steady mind to achieve all that has been prescribed. Om Tat Sat. A very pleasant evening to all of you. Looking forward to see you all tomorrow. Thank you for being a part of this wonderful journey. Hari Om.